overpass for this one as we're delving straight into the action. We're instantly into it as it is going to be kicking off. dizLown versus Revelation. Cray appears to be the man to be waiting for the initial conflict to come straight towards him, and he is taking no prisoners.
It's a bit greedy there with the reface. Gets dinged down to 10 HP. Smoking towards heaven. This is the play now from Revelation GG. Link into the water, going to be taken down by Jakey. Jakey, we'll call him Jakey.
Sure. Go on, Jake. Observe that, Major. Fraser and Adam. 2 CTs that remain into this one. 1 minute on the clock as time begins to tick down. Fraser spamming away with the USP, but there's no real connection that's going to come through. At this point, you've got 2 Ts left on 50 HP. Trapped back towards the site. There is a trade between either side, and can the young Jakey actually pick himself up a 4K? He's looking an awful lot like Jakey on the pistol rounds, but he has gone down. Adam, the Terminator himself, will find the kill and the defuse, and dizLown will open themselves up with a nice pistol round win there.
1-0, as you said. Cray splitting the players towards Monster, making it the 5 versus 4. Really impacting the level of assault that Revelation had on towards that B-bomb site. I mean, fair play to JKY, though.
Did you see the clip that Russ got against Lazar on B site?
No.
It was absolute lunacy.
Oh, the wallbang.
The wallbang.
Yes, I have seen it.
Windy.
It's just really windy in these ESL studios. Got to love Lazar. Jakey. Oh, from Finland, okay. Gonna say, didn't recognise the name. So, praised from Ireland. Charging in now towards the site, gets demolished by Link. As this is the 4th spot here from Revelation GG, but at the moment, all the frags, all the kills are in the hands of the SMGs from dizLown. Ross now last alive, 1 versus 4.
An awkward position to be in. Attempting to manhandle the opposition, but he will go down there as dizLown will pick up that round and get themselves a second on the board quite effectively. No real damage to the economy or anything of note against dizLown. It's a pretty good start so far onto their CT side. With how temperamental T-side overpass can be, though, Snods.
It's true, it can be a fiddly thing.
A fickle mistress.
Molotov in. Fraser for the peek over. Typically in UK PLS, Adam 9130, who is the eco-fragging king. Obviously, if that was Adam 9130, everyone would be dead. As they are full eco. But here he is to collect the kills, collect the prize. 1, 2, the third actually, the AK in the hand of Hawk. To make it 3 versus 3. Obviously, no Kevlar here for the players from Revelation GG, which does diminish the chances of taking the round victory.
Minute and 10 seconds on the clock as they have decided to go back up the beaten path towards the B-bomb site. They haven't found too much success here into the prior rounds, but is it going to work out a little bit differently for them this time? There's an AK and AUG in play. Some kind of stopping power at the very least. 2 smokes as well, they can try and use those, cast them out, block off the line of sight ever so slightly for the CTs.
Yeah, the issue here is Mezzi towards short. There you go, 3 versus 2 now. They have a smoke for short, so they can go for the bomb plant potentially, but Link is here. CT lower. Ooh, just spraying slightly too high there. Will actually go down in the open, which means both the players are short, and once the boost comes through, they're going to know exactly where they both remain. Still not been seen just yet. Org in the hands of Craze. Remember, AK as well for Hawks. They had the weaponry here. Mezzi spotted the player, though. Craze is low. AK headshot there from Hawk. Craze goes down. 1 versus 1. Smoke. There's no diffuse kit here, though, for Craze. Going to force him to draw out the peak.
He's baited him back in, though.
Wait, what? What?
He's picked up a kit, he's gone back in, he's jumped onto it. However, Hawk waited around.
It's very strange.
He's able to find it and finds the frag. Shuts him down there. So Revelation picked that one up. The 3rd round will not go the way of dizLown. They've contested Snods, and they've started to actually keep this game competitive already. 2-1 now is the scoreline.
full eco victory, which means their cash is going to be phenomenal. Full utility as well for the side of Revi GG. One outside Monster, one connector and 3 towards the A side seems the typical default coming out from Revelation Gaming. Messi towards long though on his own. Back with Adam with the AUG in towards Party, sorry, towards Toilet. So we're going for a double setup here, potentially towards long as well. Craze may be walking into it.
Slowly gaining that control. Moving up here towards the A site early on. Jump spot coming across from Fraser. He's actually going to get a read. There's no real info. And he's fully rotated off as well, believing potentially this could be a play straight in towards the B-bomb site. They lose Craze in the first confrontation. That is only one player seen. A site is still open. Russ, if he makes a move in here, not only can he cut off this rotation from both of the players coming from long, he could be such a linchpin into the round. Oh, he throws it away though.
Yeah, brilliant shot there from Mezzi. 3 versus 5. Still 2 players towards long. Rotation now from Fraser as well towards the CT stairs as the flank comes in from Hawk, but Adam expects it. Oh, he's lined them both up. 3 versus 3 here, Jack, and suddenly a winnable round for the T's. Smoke in towards the T stairs. Molotov bank. The bomb will go down. There's a fast flank from Cray, but he's got the wrong weapon for this situation.
B9 from such a distance. Unless you're up close, shooting him in the head, it's not really going to work out as beneficially as you'd want it to. Link sprints back onto the site, uppercuts the first man, looks to try and connect the right hook on the second, but he can't quite spark out Jakey. 78 HP as he does his way around, finds that frag and will sprint off to celebrate. 2-2 now as they tie this one up.
Low money now for dizLown, $2,000 across the board. Revelation Gaming, a 3 versus 5. Hawk towards long. Lines up both the players there. Jakey as well in middle, catches the player at truck, and suddenly the round's over for dizLown. It is so strange seeing this team play, Jack, because you would expect it to be doing so much better than it really is. This is one of the issues for them. Personally, I'm not sure if I see this team sticking after EPS season. What do you think?
I don't know, they've been doing well elsewhere. You know, obviously with the ESEA season, Ashley with a coach, obviously a long-time Counter-Strike player from the UK, from the days of Mod, a man with a lot of wealth of experience that's actually, it seems like his coaching of this team's been working quite well. They all seem to be very good friends. Mezzi, definitely a young talent that's been proving successful. There's tons of firepower in there. I think everyone's got a lot of respect towards Adam as well. I think this squad can go far. They definitely have the potential. It's just a matter of allowing that to happen. The only thing we're seeing right now is the massacre from Russ. Rudimental gameplay as per usual as he hits him with the aggression, turning things up a notch.
Round 6, 3-2. And this is the buy coming out from dizLown once again. 4 orgs and the single soul M4 silenced M4 actually coming out from Fraser. No defuse kids here for the CT side, but they have a good investment into smokes and flashbangs with no molotovs.
It's actually
Adam's back to his old faithful, playing party and holding this long angle here.
Super rare sight as well to see that silenced M4 coming out. You think about how rare it was.
I think it was 20 bought 20 times, was it?
Over the period of the major?
Yeah, 20 times. That's really ridiculous.
Then that was probably Forest. But that's just one of those things to take on board, right? Obviously, how minimally it was used before AUG patch, and now the era we're in with the AUG, where it's like, you know, the AUG is more popular than the M4.
I don't think people realized how good the AUG was back when it was $4,000.
Well, it was also the cost to entry, like that. You know, people
weren't using it. People didn't realize how good it really was. I think even now, if it went back to the old change, it would still be very prevalent.
Because it's also the way it allows you to play, especially on like maps like Train. I'd say even cash
Overpass.
as well. Yeah, anywhere where it's a tight angle, where you need to hold a close angle on that CT side, the org is unreal for the advantage it gives you.
Ooh, good flush from Monster. Link, though, uses it to his advantage instead, mopping up all the frags towards B short and towards Monster. Craze now last alive. He will be going down 3-3, as we are now heading into round number 7. $6,000 for a few of the players here for Revelation Gaming. So they can still buy here, no worries. Obviously, they try to go for a setup towards the B bomb site. 2 short, 2 Monster, flashbang over from short to Monster. Issue was though Link playing counter flash towards Monster on the ledge. Perfect timing. Caught them while they were turning around as well, so fair play to him. Once again, the Revelation, they may feel like they can take that round again, and maybe it was poor luck last time with the timing from Link. Not quite too sure here, as they seem as if they are going to be going for the exact same play as prior.
Well, a minute 19 on the clock as they begin to make their move. Hawk's going to try and sell the idea of it being a play towards the A site, while the rest of them will go for the B execution. Try and lock this one down. Hawk could be unknowingly walking into the crosshair of Fraser. However, he is actually going to try and clear out toilets first. Throws the flashbang to signal a bit of a ruse. Smoke coming through as well. He'll cast that out over towards the long exit to block off the scope of Fraser. But there's the first frag coming through. Mezzi will detect him, and that sparks the initiative stance. The onslaught in towards B, as they'll start to funnel their way through.
3 versus 3 now, making it a 3 versus 2 has Russ. Just to bring this one back in the favour of the T's. But maybe not for long, as the players are such low HP here. Impact, not just good with the selfies on Snapchat, also good with the AK as well in hand. 4-3, Jack.
Be the save for Fraser. Revelation, they're finding their footing here. Treacherous at the beginning, obviously off the back of the pistol round, things were a little bit wibbly-wobbly for them. Since then, they've actually been able to secure themselves and look pretty darn good. Jakey as well, definitely being able to help out the team somewhat. If you think about it, this is technically a Revelation Gaming roster with 2 subs as well for what they would play with going into next season if you had Leaf there rather than Craze.
And then obviously JKY for JSav, I believe. Yeah.
Which, you know, if memory serves correct, that's the JSav that would play with Laney and stuff. Sort of, you know, remember Mix Vibes at all from Epic LAN? No?
Oh, ages ago.
Yeah, it was like JSav, Laney, Mix Vibes. They were, yeah. Saber played with them one LAN.
God, that's old, isn't it?
You had Justin. There was a few of them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's him.
So, once again towards the B side, they seem confident. I like the fact that they still went for the same players as they did in the last round, even though they didn't work out, understanding the difference. Ooh, I don't know about this one though, Jack.
That's not great. Jakey, the only one that remains already. It's literally just a matter of time until he goes down really at this point, firing wildly. The blind fire, as he was just so confused. He's run back, but he hasn't cleared behind him. MP9 spam there from Adam from quite a distance. Luckily, he'll surf over and gift himself a Kalashnikov for the next round. That does tie things up now. 4-4, as they've equalized the scoreline. This one is at least close for the meantime.
As we head into the 9th. AK galore there for dizLown. Obviously, the mop-up of kills towards Monster. Revelation going for the force buys. They have 3 players in T stairs. They wait for the nades, Molotovs, and smokes to fade. King Mezzi with the push towards long, as all the information that the CTs require.
Fraser getting the sniper shot off. There's the elimination there onto Hawk already. They've lost Russ as well. Things aren't looking too fantastic with this bombardment towards the A site. Adam falling back, waiting with open arms, expecting this push to still continue on towards him, as he will try and batten down the hatches and lock this down.
Oh, nice shot there from Fraser. come towards Banana.
Ooh.
Again as well, Impact the last one alive. Fraser's ready for it. Ooh, misses the shot though, goes for the double zoom. Risky there, maybe expecting the shorter peak. 5-4. Round number 10, and now should be the Eka coming out from Revelation Gaming as well here. So, obviously for dizLown, this is a must-win. They want to tie up Endpoint in terms of points on the leaderboard. And Pensioners playing later as well. If they beat Endpoint, it could be 6-6-6 in Group B, and that would be
The Devils.
quite a Devil's number indeed, but it could be quite a fiasco.
Number of the Beast, Mikey Man.
I used to be able to play that song on Guitar Hero Expert.
What song?
Number of the Beast.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually hard.
And then you threw it all away to play WoW. Has Russ timed out, or what's Russ doing? Has he just gone for an existence pause?
Potentially.
See what happens once you qualify for the LAN.
Yeah.
No longer trying for the MVP
Stop
titles.
caring. Yeah, look at the egos. God, typical, really, isn't it?
Where has he gone?
Must feel quite bad for Craze. Oh, actually, Craze will be going to the LAN, won't he? Oh my
Yeah, Craze
God.
has to play at the LAN, yeah.
How you doing, Stance? I can't do the accent. Get to meet
Where
him.
is he?
Oh, he's back. Oh,
back.
there we go. Texting all the e-girls, wasn't he? Now that he's famous online after qualifying for the Manchester Finals. March 31st. You can buy your tickets for that online.
esl.im/CSGO something.
Oh, no, wait for that.
Yeah, very anticlimactic round.
That was, wasn't it?
I guess Russ went to get a long wait.
Was waiting a long time for us to come back. Did you ever have any of those, you know, that kind of banter at school?
No, not really. No. Not particularly. Well, they're back though. Looks like they are going to be setting themselves up this time to try and go for a bit more of a normal play. Did they throw the smokes? Yeah, there we go. It's the late bloom. So these two smokes as well, we've actually seen be super useful for loads of teams, primarily Endpoint really, that will do these two smokes and then switch up the plays each round.
Yeah, because obviously once you do it time and time again, you show that you're taking mid-control with that. You can use the smokes to fake it, go outside B, do an execution there. Obviously the smokes do not work once you try to come towards the A side. They still have 3 smokes remaining, Jack. I'd like to see them use them potentially instead of walking into the crosshair of Fraser, but he does whiff, thankfully.
Ooh, Mezzy, however, someone that can be a complete speed demon. Some say he stole one of the week's MVP titles.
Away from who?
Well, Russ stole it away from him. As he was in a position to really try and claim it, as he has been very effective so far this season. But he will go down. There's Crazed and Impact that remain now on a 3 versus 2 here. The CZ side retake, I mean, they've got nades. They've got all the utility they need to get back in. Ooh, Impact. A little bit awkward. Crazed will go down. He tries to get the snapshot across. There was the adjustment, but he couldn't quite do it. No one will dethrone Mezzy this time around.
Pause coming in now from Revelation Game. It could be a technical one, obviously, with the issues that Russ was having earlier.
You never know. He might have been doing a Daniel Davis. He might have had to go and get a pizza. Yeah.
The whole EU mine had to wait for that. He is a legend, though. He's unbelievably good at his job. That guy.
Davis is good. He's a talented man.
Do you remember in South Korea when they were calling him asking how to fix the server?
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, because no one else wanted to do it.
I remember.
Specialist.
Yeah. It's actually a dizLown pause. It's a tech pause for that side as well. So you were right. It is an issue, just for the wrong
other
team.
Yeah.
What do you reckon's happened?
I reckon.
Craze cheats have stopped working.
I reckon they've gone for a technical pause.
Yeah.
Faked that TeamSpeak has crashed. They've opened up the stream. And they're looking to see how much money Revelation Gaming have right now on their phones.
Right.
That's a joke, obviously.
They're not. Yeah. What was it? The Russian team at iSeries?
Oh my God.
They're not the Russian teams, lads.
And Dom had like 1,000 likes on that tweet.
Yeah, I remember. That was madness.
Imagine the impressions. So, dizLown making an impression here in their CT half of 7 rounds, 1 away from winning the half. Alone towards the A site is Adam. Ooh, Craig is tagged up as well there, so through the box, a little bit of an altercation. Push coming in now towards nowhere, really. We still look at the default being played out. The bomb is outside B, but they can obviously rotate with connector control towards the A site quick. Russ and Co taking control towards A. This could be a fake, and they're going back down connector towards B.
Shaky. He's been able to slide in behind Adam here. Adam's pushed the whole way down. Adam is miles away from the site as the push comes through. Luckily, Cray finds 1 kill, delays it just enough, but Adam, he's now going to work his way back around. If he does decide to go down connector, it would be a huge play. They haven't seen the bomb yet. Now they have. They finally got eyes on. It's towards the B site. And Adam's already in close proximity to actually help this one out. Fraser on the site. Mezzi hearing the footsteps, the pitter-patter as they sprint their way around. Fraser with 2 absolutely ginormous shots there. And the spray down onto the final player, his impact will be deleted. That was just sublime from Fraser.
Eight rounds now, thanks to the AWP prowess of Fraser. Eco now, I say Eco. Quadzi coming out from Revelation Gaming, obviously. Half by with the Eagle and Kevlar. Fraser now feeling very confident as he's applying the pressure now towards A long. Rush comes in, not going to be forced back just yet.
Cray's already losing a little scrape of health as well, knocking him down to 71. Hawk will perish. They're all going down the drain. The only one that remains at the meantime really attempting to fight for his right is going to be Russ. Has picked up 2 kills, repositions around, 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. Both players are grouped up to try and storm down long and hit them with brute force in the A site defense. They've got 1 minute. What can they do in this time? Craze leads the charge with the AUG.
Flashbang in towards the A site. Cray is blind, but thankfully he has the backup there of his teammate Adam. 40 seconds left now for Russ, and he has the AWP. We'll lose out the duel. 9-4. dizLown looking good here on their CT side as they're locking things down. If you're Endpoint, and if you're Pensioners right now, this is where things get very, very nerve-wracking.
If anything, you really do not want Revelation to lose this game versus dizLown, because the position it puts them in will be way better.
Actually, let me have a think here. dizLown win this, they go 6-3. Next week, and then obviously if Endpoint beat Pensioners, they go 9, and Pensioners stay at 3. Depending on the head-to-head between dizLown and Pensioners, obviously that's going to impact... Is this a one-way? No, okay. I'm trying to do a smooth impression. But, we could see a situation where Pensioners actually, if they lose versus Endpoint, they might even make it to the LAN. Conversely as well for Endpoint next week, if they do lose versus... And there's a lot going on in this last match. Over in Group B.
Yeah, there's a lot to play for in Group B right now. A lot's happening. At the moment though, in the actual game, it is a bit more of a slower affair. 3 players grouped up outside of Monster. 1 player close towards short. You've got the rotation with a backstab there in the man of Hawk. Ooh, Mezzi spots out Crazed and will instantly try and fight on that as well and gets the elimination off the back of it. Puts them into a better position with their CT side defense in round 14. They're looking for their 10th round. And they're pretty darn close to picking it up.
Pushing in towards CT is Hawk, as he should be catching off Fraser, who's going to wait for the delayed gratisfaction. Satisfaction. I've been watching too much Major. Coming in towards CT Heaven. Oh, there's just no way they expect this. Oh, and one more Hawk. Do it for the Vine. There you have it. 3K for him. And the last, he knows exactly where he is. It's Fraser.
Spotted him out before. The trigger discipline was the exact reason he was able to actually move on to find himself 3 kills into this round, which was just beautiful. And Fraser, unaware, puts himself in a ton of danger there, walking his way back through, up round through the bank. At this point, is bounding out, just trying to bail away. Still exposed, unfortunately sticking out on the rear there. The headshot will be picked up, and it goes 9-5.
Well, dizLown one away from making this double digits. Obviously that round saved by Hawk from the rear. Keeping this game in a bit more of a contest. Actually, a lot more of a contest than what we've seen so far in the first 2 matches of the day. Ooh, boost coming in towards the B short tunnel. May have actually worked there, but Adam is just going to be pushing, as he has no patience for that play. Fraser may get caught here in an awkward position in connector. As Russ is here with the AWP, actually.
Well, the stampede of the Revelation Gaming side is coming up towards the A side. Adam, you should hear this. Finally caught wind and knows what to do. Flicks around, batters down the first man. Tries to bolster himself up for some more as well, but they punished them, Snods. Already they're in a position where this gets really awkward now for the teams. There's only 2 boys remaining. Scratch that as it falls onto just one. Hawk, a mean machine with the AK. And he is beginning to slay. Cuts the head off of Fraser. Looks to try and add to that tally. The spray down comes through. It could have been a smackdown of a lifetime, but instead it is the 10th round picked up for dizLown. It goes 10-5 as we get through here. Here come the tweets at half-time. Maru, of course, our admin. Apparently, I do nothing. Hashtag ESL Prem. At least he is...
Well, with how quick this game's been starting, that would make sense.
Yeah, owning up to things, admitting. You know, at the bottom there in small text, it also says Epic Lamb was my bad. Neil MCS.
Oh, God.
Looking forward to watching my mate
in his voice.
Neil M. Oh, looking forward to seeing my mates Mighty Max and Co. live in Manchester from the analyst desk. See you there. Not CSGO, Jackie CSGO. Oh, you want the snods, aren't you? Hashtag ESL Preps. Neil Murphy will not be on the desk, for anyone that's wondering. That would never be approved.
He may be coaching pensioners, though, if they do make it.
Potentially, so maybe we'll bring him on for an interview. Oh, final cap. Is that Inky Cat? But it's Linky Cat.
Yeah.
Meet and greet with the Snods as Cupid at Prem Finals. Cat, we can arrange it. Things can be
hooked up.
Is that
my face on Cupid?
I told you it was you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you should have watched the Halloween episode. Halloween episode, the Valentine's Day episode. I've got my holidays.
Can I see that graphic again, James?
That was it. Hidden Snods. There he is.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I hope that didn't take too long to make.
That was a special request
from
me. No, from me.
Can you make slots to keep it, please?
It's actually a cherub.
Yeah. Well.
There you go. Second half, we are back into things now. 10-5. Revelation Gaming. Can they revitalise themselves on the CT side, Snods?
We'll find out. Smokes in towards the A side. They have 1 player towards A, obviously making noise, and it's worked quite well as there's 3 players there towards the A side currently. Adam. Yeah. Now comes the attack in towards the B side. The bomb should be going down now.
Ooh. Bomb has been planted. Shots going out there from Impact, trying to get the early opener. They are exposing themselves slightly. They're trying to take the fire fight, but it's not really working out too nicely. And here comes the bombardment. The whole squad are going to be roaming their way in. The pack mentality as they start to clash horns here in the firefight. Link going to go down. It all remains on Adam, the Terminator, taking people down, Snods, with the early opener. Bushes in the cranium of the first man. Looks to try and eliminate Jakey as well in the 1v1. He is going to go for the full stick commit on the defuse. It's an awkward spam. He's won the round. It's a knife fight as well. And Jakey's the better shanker.
Adam is the receiver in that exchange, as Jakey is on top. 11-5. Pistol round going in their favor. And that may be enough to push them close enough to the edge, especially if Revelation force here, but I doubt it. Should be seeing potentially the 12-5 scoreline, obviously with the 7-round advantage for dizLown on the terrorist side. This should be a match that they should close out fairly convincingly. But only time will tell.
Cray's got the mat 10. He's on short.
And if he keeps going to sit with his deagle,
God help him. Push comes in towards the site though, Stance. Let's see if he can really try and build a bank into this one. No, he cannot at all. Eliminated onto the bridge. He has been killed by the cave trolls that live beneath the bridge. He has to pay the toll. And toll is his life. Snods, everyone is being absolutely destroyed though. The shots are on point. Craze will find one flick up to take down Adam, but at the end of the day, dizLown will take the round. They put themselves into a huge position here. A mass lead against the Revelation side. This could be the first time we see them drop a map this season.
and it makes sense. Obviously, they have qualified already, going 4-0.
They cannot lose that spot.
So they will be going into the land of the first seed. They have a long time to wait, actually.
Yeah, till the 31st.
So Russ with the AWP in towards Banana. Backed up by Crazed. Ooh, timing here should be unfortunate, and it will be. Russ goes down, 5 vs 4 early on, and now they're going to be bombarding and like a horde of whatever surrounds things quickly. Bees,
swans.
Say. Yeah, swans. There you go. Maybe swans.
There you go. Or geese.
It's just the one swan, actually.
Geese can break a man's arms, Nods, with how strong their beaks
I
are.
believe a finger. I don't know about an arm.
No, they could break an arm. They're really strong birds.
So what about when you break my heart?
That was the Valentine's episode again.
Again.
Yeah. That's gonna be a 13th round. This isn't looking great for Revelation, but I mean, they don't need these wins.
Yeah, this
per
issue
se.
actually, the issue is it makes zero difference.
It's not going to affect them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No difference to money, no difference to fame, no difference to any of those materialistic things in life, you know?
Yeah. That's less Premier VP titles though.
Shout out to Russ. These games have been very one-sided, haven't they, Jack?
They have been today. It's all been quite a one-sided affair. Tilted to one side. Like Lazza once he gets 1D'd.
Ooh, 3-play in towards Connector. Craze with the entry. Russ is aggressive. That's going to cause Craze to fall back in. He knew what happened last time when he swarmed him. 5-17 for Crazed. Not the best game here for his team, but neither are any of the players of Revelation. Cray going for the entry in towards B as well, as they're going to be shifting the bomb potentially as well towards the B bomb site. Link may be caught off guard here. That's all the information they need, Jack. They know it's going to be B.
Molotov goes off. Cray peering around. Seeing if he can find anything. The only thing he finds is the bullet straight to the face will go down. Fraser trying to respond with the AWP will be assisted by his teammate, and it's now a 2 versus 2. So we separate the men from the boys. As this round had a lot of pressure on it. Could have been the 14th picked up before dizLown, but it'll also been off the back of one single person, Adam. Ooh, spotted on the cross. Craze was already in position, just had to hold the angle. That'll be the frag, the save, and the AK as well. And Revelation looking better as these rounds develop now.
Still 13-6 though. 7-round advantage for dizLown, so I won't be panicking any time soon, unless you're Endpoint and Pensioners. And towards B short here from the T side. Russ without the AWP as well towards the A side could be detrimental to the CT side defense. Ooh, Cray with the entry again in towards the B bomb side. Playing extremely confident.
Re-smoke short. 4 players outside of Monster. Adam, the only one trying to fight. Makes his presence known towards long there. Attempting to draw out utility from Russ as well. He's quite paranoid there is more players towards Party. But he is going to walk through the smoke. First contact on B as well is now found. Cray on the wide swing, gets the execution that he entirely needed. Russell win the fight over towards the A site, but things have already gone quite sour at B.
Surely they save this one here, Jack. Maybe desperation to try go for it, but they are going to be saving if they can. Russ able to get away there. So, 14-6, Jack. That's the full reset as well. Crazed and Russ are only going to be given $1,400, so they can't drop over weapons to their teammates. And Russ has given away his location as well. He should be hunted. Nice shot there, but he's still got 2 more to find.
Nearly lined up for him to just get a massive spray down there. We'll get away with 3 kills into this round. But that is going to be the 14th round now secured. dizLown in a huge position, teetering on the edge of securing this, ending the win streak for Revelation. Slightly bolstering themselves up in the standings.
Bomb left in T-spawn. Maybe a sign this is going to be a slow round, but then again, he's lining up for executions. I think that's the toilet smoke from B. Yeah, all going to be outside here. The B bomb site. Flashes in towards short. 2 players there currently from Revelation, but the push is coming in now towards B.
Oof. Razor finds the AK headshot off. It's just all gone wrong. I mean, these rounds are just so awkward really for Revelation. There's not much they can do, being waltzed all over. It will be a 15th round picked up here and locked down. Impact towards the site doesn't achieve too much. We saw a scout tag come through. There's the follow-up as well. Ooh. Russ is trying his best. It wouldn't take much to actually get that elimination. So at the very least, he's finding exit frags to take away with him. Here comes Mezzi. Storming his way down. Russell missed the shot. There will be a tag from Mezzi. Misses the follow-up as well. They're both quite paranoid. The HE rolling in will eventually seal his fate with a synchronized explosion. Nice little angle there for that one. That was beautiful. And that is 15-6 nods. This is potentially the last round.
I think there's a high chance it is. SMG for Jakey, Scout for Russ, and apart from that, pistols across the board for Revelation. And again, another stop. This is the problem though, Jack. It's hard to get invested into these matchups when they're so one-sided.
Yeah, they're over way too quickly. That does seem to be what's happening here again. Fraser drops into the awaiting arms there of Hawk, that will get a kill with the Deagle, begin to fall back and hopefully link up with his teammates up on this A site. The T's are there first. They should be able to plant. Molotov down as well to restrict the angles of re-entry for the CTs. It's going to be a straight-up brawl here if they can even actually make their way up towards A.
Four versus 3 at least, but the bomb site is in full control here of dizLown. Praise has found his way onto the site. Now, all down to Jakey with the MP9. This should be a crossfire in position, and there you have it. 16 to 6 or 5? 16 to 5? 16 to 6, I was right first time. So, yeah, once again, a one-sided matchup, which isn't the most entertaining to watch, to be brutally honest. And that does shift the standings.
Yeah.
6 points now for dizLown as well. Pensioners at the bottom of the league right now.
Yeah, affects things a little bit awkwardly. Puts them into a good position. That was the first map we've actually seen getting dropped there by Revelation Gaming, whereas they've been very commanding the entire time other than this. So possibly a lapse in form. Obviously,
well,
that is...
I think it's more so Revelation Gaming.
Yeah.
Without being disparaging, not caring as much. Obviously playing with the stand-in as well for JSAV. I mean, yeah, what can you do? 16 to 6. No one really stepping up to the mark on the side of Revelation. Instead, it seems like they are just coasting along with the fact that they have got the guaranteed slot in the finals. Manchester next month.
Yeah, knowing they've been able to
over a month away, and they know they're going to be qualifying for it. Even last week as well.
Yeah, so they've been able to lock that down. We do have the highlights from this series, though, if you'd cast your minds back over. Some domination coming out from dizLown. Overpass looking very good for them as they have been able to win tonight's top match and beat out the team that's been causing all manner of upsets and mockery throughout the weeks. Russ, no MVP title coming his way this week. There is still more to come, though. Our final match of the night, Pensioners versus Airport, will be up after the break. Keep it locked for that one.